All right, hello everybody. Welcome in once again to the regular guy NBA DFS show. I am David, and welcome to the dungeon. And we're getting ready to break down here, get our pick six going for a really big Saturday slate. Not usual that we have so many games on a Saturday, but should be a fun play tonight. Lots of different options shaping up right now. I've already got some injury news. I try to wait as long as I can to put these videos out so we can get as much injury news as possible so we can make some reasonable guesses on who we think will have a good night tonight and who's going to be in and out. So before I get started on today's pick six, guys, if you don't mind, if you'd hit that like button down below, I would appreciate it. I would also appreciate if you'd hit the subscribe button, click the little notification bell. That way you get notified every time we do put out a new video. And give me a follow on Twitter at SandoDFS. All that information is down there in the comments section. I'll try to put out some updates and stuff throughout the afternoon as we get more injury news or things start to break down and see if there's some different plays than other we're going to give you here in the pick six. So just give me a follow on Twitter. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's go ahead and get into today's pick six for a Saturday. There's lots of stud options out here today, guys. Again, it's a big slate, and there's a lot of good plays. And it's actually kind of difficult to break down and decide exactly, who you think is going to be the best, who maybe you can. As you know, we try to get maybe a little bit different here. We try to find some different plays for GPP tournaments because that's what we play on DraftKings is GPP tournaments, and we like to find some of these guys with lower ownership, potentially lower ownership. So it's kind of tough to break this down exactly because there are so many good options, but I'm going to go ahead and start the pick six with a guy that I pretty much have every time he plays. I just roster him, and I'm not going to probably be able to talk myself off of him today, and I'm just going to go back to Russell Westbrook. He had not a really great game, even though he had a triple-double last game, and he still had 50-some fantasy points. So anytime a guy's floor is 50, regardless of the price, I'm just going to keep playing him. I'm just going to keep rostering him. Pretty good matchup against Dallas today without Porzingis. So, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and plug Westbrook in. However, there are a couple other guard plays that I really like. And if I make a second lineup today, it'll certainly have him in it. Or maybe I will just pivot off Westbrook. I'm not sure how high owned he's going to be, but I really do like Steph Curry today in a really good matchup against Houston, obviously. One of the best matchups he could get. They don't have anybody that's going to slow him down. I'm a little worried about a blowout there. Anytime Houston plays, I'm worried about them getting blown out because they're just not good. And sometimes you just wonder how motivated they are, although they shocked us all in the last slate. Kevin Porter Jr. going off for like close to 50 points, I think, and putting up a heck of a game last time. So you just never know with the NBA. That's why I've always said sitting here predicting blowouts is never a good idea because there's so many times you think a game's going to blow out and maybe the team that was supposed to get blown out or was supposed to do the blowing out gets blown out. So you know what I mean. So I think Steph Curry's a really good guard play today. I also think another guy that's probably not going to have really high ownership because we're not sure about his minutes, but Trae Young was really good last night. He lost some minutes to blowout, but I think he still played 31 minutes last night. Atlanta could be shorthanded again tonight. And so Trae Young, I think, is a fabulous option. If you want to save a little salary here, maybe pivot off of Westbrook, I think those two guys would be excellent plays in the guard position as well. But we'll leave Russell Westbrook in the pick six today just because I'm pretty sure he's going to get at least 50, and we're going to need to score some points tonight on such a big slate to hit the money. And the next guy I'm going to give you, again, I think this is going to end up being a studs and scrubs type of slate. So it's just going to kind of be pick the studs that you think are going to do the best. A guy that I don't roster all that often, but I am going to in this great matchup against Washington. I'm going to run it back. If I'm going to play Westbrook, I'm going to play somebody on the other side of this, and I think Luka has a chance to have a really big game tonight against Washington. I don't have to explain to you why he's a good play. The matchup is good. Washington plays fast. They don't play much defense. So this could be one of the... And now Kristaps Porzingis has definitely been ruled out. So that's Luka's usage is just going to go up even higher. If Porzingis was playing, I'm not sure I would go to Luka here because, like I said, there are some other good stud plays here. But without Porzingis, his usage just goes up even more. And so we're just going to run it back with Luka in the pick six today. So those are the two of the studs that I love. A third stud, I guess, he's kind of more of a mid-range, but the next play that I just absolutely love today, if Nikola Vucevic gets ruled out. We got a word here a little bit ago that he's questionable. Chicago already struggles to defend bigs. Bigs seem to have career games more times than not against Chicago this year. And if you take Vucevic off the floor, and I think Markkanen is questionable also, so if you take those two guys off the floor, I just don't know how we would get away from a guy like Clint Capella. Sure, Cat has a good matchup today too, and he's always a great center play. But I don't know, Clint Capella might have 150 rebounds tonight. He's just, with no Vucevic on the floor, again, we know how Chicago plays defense. He should just absolutely smash tonight. So I think he's probably my favorite play on the slate tonight in relation to his price tag at $8,600. I absolutely love Clint Capella. So if we're going to try and jam these three guys into the pick six, and like I said, if you want to save some salary, Trae Young, Steph Curry, great options at guard as well. But we're going to have to find some value, and I think we have enough to do this. We already know, first of all, that Steven Adams is going to be out tonight, so that just makes Willy Hernangomez almost probably my favorite value play at this point, almost a must play. He's very productive when he gets to start. It's a great matchup against Minnesota. Cat might have a big offensive game against New Orleans, which he probably will, but they don't play any defense in Minnesota either. They play fast-paced, so I think he's almost a lock for a value. He's going to be very, very popular tonight, but as we say, guys, sometimes you just have to eat the chalk because I think he's one of the best value plays, especially if we're going to try and jam in three studs into this lineup. And again, on the other side of this game, it's going to be hard not to play Cat against New Orleans because they don't play any defense. So if Capella would get ruled out, if Vucevic would end up playing tonight for Chicago, I might pivot off of Capella and try to get to Cat, but I don't know how we're going to fit that in for a salary. So those are your two center options that are great. Right now, I'm just going to stick with Capella, assuming that Vucevic is out. If Vucevic plays, I'm not quite as interested in Capella, even though Chicago's been giving up to bigs all year long. So anyway, let's keep going here. I know you guys don't want to be here all day on a Saturday afternoon. This guy lost a little bit to a blowout last night, but with the injuries going on, he should start again tonight for Utah, and Georges Niang should be a great play, another great value play. Again, he should get the start tonight with Utah still dealing with some injuries. He would have had a bigger game last night, I do believe, but they lost. The game was just blowing out so early. They pulled him off the floor. But, Conley and Mitchell are questionable. If Conley and Mitchell would play tonight, I know they don't play the same position, but they would take a lot of usage away from Niang, but still not enough, I don't think, for me to not consider playing him. So if he gets the start tonight, look for Georges to be one of the better plays, another good value play on the slate tonight. And then finally, the last guy we're going to put into the pick six. He's generally pretty productive when he gets to start, and we know that Kyle Lowry is going to be out for the Raptors tonight. So we're just going to put Malachi Flynn in at a reasonable price here. I know it's not a super matchup against Utah, but he should get plenty of playing time. Last time when Van Fleet was out and Lowry was in, they just put him in for Van Fleet. It's the roles are reversed today. Lowry's going to be out. Van Fleet's going to play. So you might look at Van Fleet as a play today too, but Malachi Flynn should start. Generally a pretty productive player when he gets the start. So we're going to put him in to the pick six. So that's today's pick six, guys. Again, there's lots of different ways to go. Value's going to open up even more throughout the day, I'm sure. I think Orlando, let me just double check here. They had quite a few injuries, and I think I just saw something. Yeah, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They've got 9 available players. So pretty much anybody from Orlando could be a reasonable value play today. So if we need to look to value to jam some of these guys in, we can certainly look there. And who knows what else might open up before lock here in about 5 hours. So anyway, that's it for the pick six, guys. Thanks for joining me. Again, before we get out of here, if you don't mind, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, the notification bell. Give me a follow on Twitter, and if you want to comment anything down below in the comments section, that's always appreciated too. Let's get it on this Saturday. Good luck to all of us, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.